Hi everyone, this is Collector78 and welcome back to a new YouTube video. Today I'll be reviewing the Bayonetta Non-Stop Climax Edition game of Bayonetta. This is a Nintendo Switch Japanese exclusive game that was only released in Japan. As you can see, it has a lot of cool stuff included, and I'll be reviewing exactly what's included. Stay tuned. Okay guys, this is once again a Nintendo Switch Bayonetta Non-Stop Climax Edition. This is a Japanese exclusive, only available in Japan. And the only way to get a physical copy of Bayonetta 1 is through this exclusive game release. I'm going to show you what the game looks like. And now that a lot of Bayonetta fans, including myself, we're very happy that that game is finally coming our way very soon. So this is what the game looks like, the Bayonetta 1 physical release. As you can see, I'm gonna go ahead and take this out for you guys so you guys can see what it looks like a little bit better up close right there. So again, I'm gonna see if I can zoom in. Let's see if I can get a perfect view of that. So this is what it looks like up close, Bayonetta 1. And let's see if I can get a perfect view of that. For some reason, it's not focusing on that. Right there. So once again, this is an actual Bayonetta Nintendo Switch physical game release. It's not one of those download cards that you usually get with Bayonetta 2. Bayonetta 2 that was released in the US. The only way to get Bayonetta 1 on your Nintendo Switch is if you open up your American Bayonetta 2, use the download code and redeem it on the Nintendo store, and then download it to your Nintendo Switch. So a lot of Bayonetta fans are actually wanting an actual physical Nintendo Switch game release on this game. And let me tell you, these are very hard to find, and they're very expensive. The only way to import it into the US is from Japan, and they can cost anywhere from $500 to $800 depending on what exactly on where you get it from. eBay, Nintendo, Yahoo, Japanese auctions, Zen Market, any of those places, Rakuten. These guys will import the game into the US, but again, it's very expensive. And another thing that I wanted to point out here is that if you're lucky enough to find this set, you will, let me zoom out of this, you will have this beautiful Bayonetta front cover art that's exclusive to the actual Bayonetta Non-Stop Climax Edition package. Look at that. That looks great. I would love to see that. Their little guns are in their boots. I mean, I'm a huge Bayonetta fan, and I'm actually a hardcore Bayonetta collector. Not only do I collect her games, but I collect her DVD, her action figures, her amiibos that she has. A few other Japanese books that I have on Bayonetta. Let me turn her around, and as you can see, it says Sega. And yeah, this packaging was only released with the set. As you can see, it's Japanese here, Nintendo Seto D, which is I think it's the mature rating for this game. Let's see if I can zoom out of this a little bit more right there. And yeah, let me put this back, and this is what's included with the actual game. Some stickers that are part of the actual game. Bayonetta, other characters, little looks like a little kiss from her guns. But yeah, but this is again, this is part of what you get from the entire set if you import it from Japan. Let me put that back here. Actually, let me set that towards the side here, right here. Then after, this is really cool, guys, right here. This is, oh, see if I can move that back a little bit. There we go. So So this is actually a steel case that you get from the actual game release. Japanese exclusive Bayonetta non-stop Climax case that you get. Now this goes great with the actual game Bayonetta 1. I love that artwork. I mean, I have a similar wallpaper on my computer, on my laptop, on my Dell laptop. Yeah, but it's amazing. I mean, it's a steel case. Look at that artwork. I mean, it's brilliant. Looks like some type of a prism or some type of a etched foil, or yeah, it's a very shiny case. It's in Japanese. That's a beautiful steel case. Open it up, and this was originally intended if you're gonna, I guess, do some traveling or catch a airplane, or I guess a Shinkansen if you're in Japan. You know, those bullet trains, you would have access to storing your games. If you're gonna do some traveling, you would put your Bayonetta 1 on that slot, and your Bayonetta 2 on the other slot here. But I'll get to this game in a bit here. But yeah, let me go back and show you a little bit more. Look, here's our classic gun here. Got some writing here. I'm not sure what that says here. Steel book. And what I really like about this case is the first time I opened it, I'm like, oh wow, this is obviously Bayonetta, the first game with her classic signature longer hair. And then you flip it around, her other image that pretty much tells you that the back part obviously is Bayonetta 2. So it has her other updated shorter hair, not longer hair, but shorter hair on the back of the steel case. So I'm going to put this down, move this guy over here. And here's Bayonetta 2 right here. And I actually have a physical copy of the American Bayonetta 2. And this is what I was mentioning earlier, that it includes Bayonetta full game download, only available if you download the code that's inside right here. Obviously I use that code, but in order to get the Bayonetta 1 game on your Nintendo Switch, is if you get this code on your Bayonetta 2 game. See, so having a physical copy of Bayonetta 1 on the Nintendo Switch, it's pretty hard to find. I mean, but either way, I mean, even if you have Bayonetta 2 that you bought here in the States, I mean, easily you can just go ahead and get that code, download it in Nintendo store, and you're good to go. But you know me, I'm a really strict collector. I love Bayonetta. I love Nintendo. I love the Nintendo Switch system. So for me, I mean, this was definitely a must-own piece. I'm going to switch it over a little bit. It's in English, Bayonetta 2, Nintendo, and the Japanese version of Bayonetta 2. Top, obviously it's in Japanese. Nintendo has been moved to the left and settled D, which is their mature rating system in Japan. There it is, side by side. I'm going to move this guy out of here. Actually, I'm going to bring this guy back so you guys can see the game in the American game of Bayonetta. Zoom in here. Bayonetta 2 right there. Place this guy down. And the Japanese Bayonetta 2. So here they are, side by side. Bayonetta 2 US version, Bayonetta 2 Japanese version. See, very identical, but Japanese, American. Let's put this guy back here. Now in the case here, I did notice that Obviously, the includes Bayonetta full game. Zoom out of this. Has been cut from the Japanese boxing. I'll flip them over. And again, very similar alike. Obviously, it's in English. And you have this picture on the Japanese version. Yeah, I mean, it's a very, very, very cool Bayonetta collection to have. And move this guy over. So I went over the Bayonetta 1, the steel case, and these cards here that are included. I think I've ever opened these cards, but yeah, these are cards that were exclusive to the Nintendo Switch Bayonetta release. Put that down here. Wow, look at that. It's cool. Again, this limited edition Bayonetta Non-Stop Climax edition was only available in Japan. The only way to get this is if you order the entire set, because I know that Bayonetta 3 is coming out, so everyone's excited that we're finally getting Bayonetta 3. That's a cool looking guy. Whoa, look at those colors. And yeah, collectors are starting to say to each other, where can I get other Bayonetta games that were only available in certain regions? I know that Europe got one too. Not sure. I think it came out for the Nintendo, not the Nintendo Switch, but I think it came out for the, what was it? The Xbox 360, if I'm not mistaken. They got their own version, but I thought I shared this awesome release. This has been out for a few years now, but a lot of people are starting to pay ridiculous amount of money for this Bayonetta Non-Stop Climax edition. But if you can get your hands on it, I'm sure that this will probably go up in price in terms of Bayonetta 3 coming out soon. So a lot of Bayonetta fans are definitely wanting this collection. It's a great piece to own. And I thought I review everything it includes. Okay, so this is Collector 78, and thanks again for your support, and hit that like button and subscribe to my channel, and that way you'll have notifications of every new video I have coming out. And thanks again, Collector 78. Have a great day. Bye.